Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited about this live. I cannot even tell you. So we have on the live tonight. This is like I'm just so I'm literally fangirling. I know that sounds like the pun, but I can't help it. It's just like it's fantastic. Okay, so we have. Are you ready? We have C.R. Jane and Regine Abel. Two amazing authors. I actually have talked to them off and on for the past few years, and this is the first time I've actually seen their faces, like talked, face to face. I'm so excited. So we have them and LaPonna, who is on the FanGrrrl team and also my PA. And I'm just going to get to it. I'm just going to pull them in. I'm just so excited. We're going to talk about the book event today. We're going to talk about C.R. Jane and her books and Regine's books, and we're just going to have a great time. So if you're watching, I was going to say, so we're streaming everywhere, right? We're streaming on all the FanGrrrl socials, Instagram, YouTube, the Facebook page handle, the big Urban Fantasy Romantic Romance group, the Spicy group, and the book event group. So the comments that I see on my phone directly are the ones on the Facebook page handle or on YouTube. But I'm also going to be keeping an eye on the book event group comments. Anywhere else, I might not see them live. So you might want to tune in one of those places. C.R. Jane's going to be watching for the comments in her group. We're also streaming in her group. So you can just comment there in her group. That's no problem. All right, you guys. So I am going to bring everybody in. Here we go. Here is C.R. Jane. Hi. I'm
Hi.
so excited. Okay, let me get Regine in here. Regine. Yay, Regine. Okay, and then LaPonna. Okay, let's see here. All right, and then I'm just gonna switch you guys around, put the authors on top because you guys are the best. No, just joking. It's just easier for seeing. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. Like, it's just
So excited to be here.
it's so exciting. So, okay, so let's just get right to it. All right. So, what I want to do is I want to talk to each of you about what you write, how you started writing, genres, and all that jazz, and anything like your latest releases that are going on, the book events, all that stuff. So, I'm actually gonna do this because I can't see. When I did my intro, I wanted to like actually see my eyes. I'm like, I'm just like getting that point. Okay, all right, CRJ, girl. I feel like I don't even need to introduce like what you like. You're just like a force of nature. You just like, I guess your most well-known book is
The Fucking Wrong Number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports romance.
Although right now, wrong catch. It was number 3. Now it's like number 10 or something. So maybe I'm most well known for that right now.
I tell you what, I am a huge fan. So I love the Punky Wrong Number. Don't get me wrong, but I love the football series. I just like
It's a lot of fun.
I just finished the 3rd book that just came out on April 14th. I just finished it today, like 2 hours ago.
Thank you for reading.
Well, it has a really unique premise, I think with the female stalker, like I'm just like,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yes,
Don't drop the catch the stalker. Yeah. It's
yes.
fun.
Yes.
Just in case anyone has not read it, which, there's tons of people who haven't read it, but it's she stalks him, but he stalks harder. So.
Oh.
I love it. I love it. And Regine, you just had a release this week. Now, Regine does sci-fi romance. So very different type of romance, but also like just fantastic and spicy. Both of you do spice. And Regine, I think at book conferences, you have a fun display, right? With your
She
spice.
does.
Yes. Yeah, definitely not PG. So I write alien and monster romance. And I did have a new release just a couple of days ago. And it's actually, it's like an adaptation of a book I had previously written, so The Mistwalker, and I did the graphic novel of the book.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's so cool.
So yeah,
So cool.
so you see everything. I do like obviously the version on Amazon is safe for work. Basically it's very spicy. Even the one on Amazon is very spicy. You just have to blur the naughty bits and you're good to go. But I will have some totally uncensored version at the event. And yes, my table setups are I mean, you guys will have to drop by and have a look. I always have a couple of games. I have some mini alien peens that you can win. So, yes, and a lot of very spicy art. I
You're
mean,
much cooler than I
I mean,
am.
I write aliens and monsters. Like, it doesn't matter how I describe the goods. You have to see them.
You have to see them. Yeah.
I'm selfless like that.
And that is why we are 18 plus events for at
Just
a
for her
Disney
table
hotel.
alone.
All for Regine. No, I'm just joking. I was actually at a local book fair yesterday, walking around, and there were two monster romance authors set up, and it kind of just blew my mind. Like it's not as common, right? It's not as well known as a genre, and to see two of them set up out of 35 authors, I was just like, wow, it's pretty cool.
Well, it's really been growing a lot.
Yeah.
Over the past 2 years. And I mean, we can definitely Ruby Dixon helped a lot.
Ruby Dixon,
TV
yes.
just kind of like blew up. But you also had CM Costa when with Morning Glory.
Yes.
So there's a number of books, and Opal Rain, with Duskwalker and Tiffany Roberts, with her Spider's Mate series. So there's a number of authors who have really helped bring a light on the genre. So, and more, I mean, deep down, people were always in love with monsters. Everybody wanted, the Beast to remain the Beast in Beauty and the Beast, right?
Yeah.
So it's always kind of been there, but now it's a lot more open. So I'm happy.
I didn't know that
awesome.
you wrote monster, because my only banned book was a monster romance that I wrote with Mila, and we had a video go viral on TikTok when it was like number 30 in the store or something, and it got reported by thousands of people, and it got banned, and so now it's under another name. But that's funny. I didn't know you wrote monster. I was like, we have that in common. I have a banned monster duet.
Have you faced that, Regine? Like banned kind of thing, or being reported?
So I have been reported. I've not been banned, but I do have a number of my author friends who had their books banned, and over real silliness, where people want to they want to have the hero considered a beast, an animal, instead of an actual sentient. I don't want to use the word because so that has happened. So, but it's usually trolls. It's not really it doesn't happen frequently, but sometimes if you have somebody who really wants to come after you for whatever petty reason, they may end up reporting it. But I think it might have happened, books getting banned a lot more before. But now I think it's become a bit more mainstream and a lot accepting.
Yeah.
And so CR Jane, do I just call you CR?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. But you have so we talk about sports romance, but you have, and you mentioned monster, you have paranormal romance. Aren't you writing a romantasy that's coming out?
I have my first dark romantasy debut that is coming out June 2nd, based on the Helen of Troy legend. I'm freaking out because it's a whole different ball game, but I think arcs are just starting to go out from the publisher, so I'm really excited to start seeing people's reactions. And I did this crazy thing where I signed 14 books to 3 different publishers in a 3-month period or something like that last year. And so I've been and I haven't had a major release since last May. So Wrong Catch was my first release in basically a year, while I was writing the first set of books that all come out this year. And so this year I've got my football one that just came out, and then my dark romantasy, and then I have dark mafia, and then I have dark cowboy meets serial killer in the fall as well. So I just decided to do all the things.
All the genres.
Process. Who knows?
Just pull out a hat. You're going for it,
But at least I had a head start of being in a writing hole for a year, trying to get things going. So it'll be good.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just be a nervous wreck every other month for the next 2.5 years. It's good.
So how did you start writing? Like, what's the, what got you into it? And what was your first, I guess, what was your first genre then? What was your first book?
Yeah, so my first book was paranormal. I guess it had a little bit of fantasy elements. It was called First Impressions, but um sorry to put a downer. My story is like sad, but
Oh,
my husband and I suffered with infertility for like 6 years, and then we did IVF, and we were able to get pregnant, and everything was great. And then my baby was born super sick, like the sickest baby in like our huge NICU here. And it was the most traumatic, like awful experience, just to like go through all those years of infertility and then to have them tell you, that, I mean, it was a miracle. She ended up living, but it was deeply traumatizing. I got severe postpartum depression, and the only thing I would do would be hold my baby and read. And it was the first time in years that I'd really read anything. I am an attorney, and so I had not been doing a lot of like reading for fun in forever at that point. And so, yeah, that's fine. For some reason, a little thought came in my head, like maybe I could do this. And I didn't tell anyone but my husband. And I just wrote a book and put it on Amazon, and it happened to like weirdly go viral. And that's what started it all. So like a place of like extreme, profound terribleness ended up being like the best thing ever. But yeah, that's how I got started.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What is, well, I'm so sorry that all that happened.
I'm like, I'm telling you, it's a downer, but it has a happy ending.
But I'm really glad we have your books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all meant to be. So it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. And how about you, Regine? Hopefully it's,
It's
it's like, do I even ask that question anymore?
Mine is completely different. I actually tried writing my first book when I was 13 years old.
Oh.
And it was a paranormal because I was a Stephen King junkie, and also a Harlequin junkie. So it's like I love my romance, but I love my scary stuff as well. So I wrote a book. I sent it to a publisher. I was actually surprised that an editor took the time because it was, back then I typed. It was like those manual typewriters with the black and red ribbons
Yeah.
that I typed the whole manuscript on and sent it over. They actually edited they commented throughout. They returned it. It was like, you have, great imagination and blah, 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 beautiful writing style. And then he started listing the things that didn't work with the book, like, character development and this and that. And it was just like, what the heck are you talking about? Like it was all gibberish to me. So I was like, oh, screw that. So I was just like, okay, I'm done with this. But I remained a habit reader, and a lot of people were asking me to, people who had aspirations to become writers were asking me if I would want to go over what they were writing. And I ended up beta reading for a lot of people. And I did that for years and years and years. And 33 years later, after that first book, I was beta reading for actual published authors. And I was like, constantly thinking like, great ideas, but if I was writing it, I would have done this or that or that. And after a while, you're like, how about you stop saying what you would have done and just do it?
And do it.
Mm.
And I had just finished binge reading Nalini Singh's Side Changeling series.
Oh, yes. I read it. Yep.
And also,
Classic.
yeah, and Tracy St. John's Clans of Kalkor. And there were elements from it, from both books, that I was like, I really like the psionic powers from, Nalini's series. And I really like the political intrigue from Tracy St. John's series. I was like, I want to write something kind of like that, because I was always a sci-fi junkie anyways. I mean, I'm a Trekkie. So
I
was like,
too.
Me too. Me too.
Yes,
So-
I didn't know that. You too, Jen? Oh my
My dad
God.
was a Trekkie, so I have watched
You
my
had- Oh, you were forced to.
one-
You were like,
first
yeah.
one is first generation, with Luke Picard, but yeah.
Yeah. Me
Yeah,
too.
I'm next generation Trekkie. Yeah. John Luke Picard. I mean, Patrick Stewart. Come on.
Yeah.
So
he's
that's
amazing.
basically, I ended up just decided to write a book, and it took me 5 weeks. I was like, as soon as I started, I was
Wow.
like, oh my God, this is my new passion. Like I was counting the days at work, the hours at work, so I could come back home and write till about like 1 a.m. and then force myself to bed so I could be up for work again. And that was it. And that was my first book. And then it took off from there. And I never really thought that anything would come of it, really. But yeah, it was
Just
it's
did.
been, like, yeah.
And you're probably most known for your Prime mating agency series. I Married a Lizard Man. I Married a, and you have several of them, right?
Yeah.
You
So
do.
Yeah, I love it. I read it a long time ago and fell in love. I read a lot of
Me
them.
too.
I read a
Me
lot
too.
of them.
I was really surprised by them because and I think like for both of you, I think I've been surprised in ways because like with sports romance, you don't immediately think that there's something more meaningful behind it. Like you might
Like-
think it's more playful and
Oh,
fun.
that's so fun.
And same thing with you, like with the alien romance, you don't necessarily think that there's like more serious themes going on, but there really are in both of
Mhm.
yours. Especially your recent, the one I just read, right? Like I just feel like, with Maddie, right? And showing like the viewpoint of a female stalker and the psychosis that goes into
Yeah,
that.
like the
I mean,
psychological.
it's really interesting, and especially like the second book, with Riley, what you did with her and her, kind of being like, not to go too far into it, but like, when I read the beginning of it, it was so surprising that we got in the psyche of her to understand like how an intelligent woman can be taken advantage of by an older man like that. It was, so you don't, and same thing with you, like Regine, when I started reading,
Mhm.
Married a Lizard Man, I just like, it really it hit hard, just like seeing how two people from two different species can even
Yeah.
communicate and how they, get together
Amazing.
and unite. Yeah. I mean, it's like, you wouldn't think you'd get those kinds of themes. I feel like I'm talking forever here, but you wouldn't think you'd get those kinds of themes from those kinds of books, but you really can, and you do. And I think both of you do very well at that. So
Thank you.
not to like, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the upside for me, like, I grew up reading mostly contemporary, but then since I was a fan of sci-fi and horror and whatever, I started shifting more and more towards that. But what I love about writing sci-fi and monster romance and all that kind of stuff is that, first of all, I love the whole idea of Beauty and the Beast. It's like you fall in love with the person, not their appearance. So
Yes.
but mostly it's that it really allows me to address a number of more serious topics
Mhm. Yeah.
that you can't really, that it's really, really touchy if you do it in contemporary, because then you have everyone feels directly attacked.
Mhm.
Whereas with sci-fi, it's aliens, right? So it's like, oh, you're not talking about me, it's these people, and you're able to put things into context, where people can look at it without, feeling attacked. So they can just like look at the whole, like, oh, see how this is affecting this person and that person, and all kinds of various like very touchy topics that
Mhm.
you can we can discuss a lot more broadly. And also just the fact that I really love how you can just go wild and crazy with imagination. There are no limits. Like you're not constrained by all the rules of the real world. So yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's really awesome. I feel like um CR Jane with you. I always feel like I'm saying your last name. I don't know why. CR Jane.
Oh, it sounds good together.
It does.
I know. I might even do that in person when I say, oh, hi, CR Jane. Yeah. Anyways. You said you were an attorney, right? I almost feel like you might have been like a psychologist with some of the stuff that you like. Do you think of yourself that way when you write the books? Is there like, do you do research into
Like
the
psyche?
different, yeah,
I love
psychological
exploring like
disorders or?
the deep trauma that we all have experienced. I feel like I have so many readers reach out to me about, I might not necessarily have this condition, but I've experienced something similar to this. And what's really important to me is I never fix my FMCs, right? Like they are loved exactly how they are with whatever they are going through or experiencing, whatever condition they have. They are not less than, or they are not loved in spite of. They are loved, it's almost like because or in addition to, right? And it's so important to me. I just think I love exploring the depths of human emotion. I had my childhood with my my stepmother was really terrible.
Oh,
And so I like
Oh,
to
gosh.
explore, that depths of, like growing up, I never felt like really loved like as I was. I felt like I always had to try harder to be loved, right? So it's so healing for me with my characters to like have them be loved as they are. There's no conditions put on them. And so, I feel like every book, like I'm healing myself along with healing my readers and the past that they're going through, and making sure that they know that they are enough as they are. And, there's someone out there who's going to love them for whatever they're going through, and that there's nothing wrong with them. And so it's important for me. Like, yes, I have, my humor in there. I have my things that get on TikTok, like Lincoln's like dick tattoo and stuff. But I also have so much like deeper messages in there that I directly relate to. In the Pucking Wrong Guy, that's my favorite of the Pucking Wrong series. It's book 2. And it's the only book of the series that doesn't really have a villain, because she's the villain to herself. She has so much like self-hatred and things that she's going through in her mind. And so it was so healing to have that book like purge whatever I was feeling as well. There's a scene where she writes in red lipstick all the things she hates about herself. And it was like I was doing it for myself too while I was writing it. And so, yeah, it's just, people are like, why do you write them so like depressed or whatever? And I'm like, because I'm healing childhood trauma here, guys. I'm healing everyone's childhood trauma, like one book at a time. So it's fun and it's very rewarding to do.
Yeah.
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 You didn't know I was
And
such like a
no,
buzz.
I did. I honestly, no, it's okay. I just like, but you reminded me as you were saying all that, like with the humor, like you're quite funny in the books, like
I
Jace.
try.
Yeah. I mean, I was reading the third book today. Hubby was watching soccer on the telly. Oh my gosh, he's English. I can't help it. On the television. He was watching soccer on the television. And anyways, and I was reading and I just started chuckling out loud with one of Jace's jokes, and I said pause it for a second, and I read him, and it was I didn't do a dirty one because I don't know, I was saying he was watching literally football on the television, soccer, sorry. Anyway, so he it was the one where it was about Cinderella. Why did Cinderella get kicked off of the football team? Because she's always running away from the ball. And it's like it's really like but that's Jace, right? Like he does all these like corny, like that's his character, and you do all these little jokes
for him. Just
supposed to be corny jokes, but that's what we know. Like everyone's like, wait a minute, that's not too funny. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to I didn't mean to misrepresent your humor, but the fact of the matter is he's supposed to be a corny character, right? They're supposed to, and you know that when you're reading it, which makes it even funnier because everyone's like,
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
Yeah,
funny.
I love like I'm like going to shock you, and then I'm going to make you cry, and then I'm going to make you laugh like the very next chapter. So it's like going around and around and experiencing all of the emotions. It's like welcome to the circus. That's how I write.
So we're gonna
one of the best approaches, when you can weave in humor into it, especially when you have things that are very intense or very serious topics, like just to bring that breather in, with a bit of humor. I try to sprinkle it also like throughout my books. Some of them is like more over the top, and some of it is more like, like quite a lot of it. But and I think that was one of the funny things, because when people like you were talking about my book, The Lizard Man, where it was totally not supposed to be what it turned out to be. It was supposed to be my alien babysitter, but that's a different story.
My alien babysitter.
And it was supposed to be like this little girl who got lost in the woods, and then this grumpy alien lizard man found her, and she's like clinging to him, and he's just like, she's so annoying, but he helps her find her mom, and they fall in love. It turned out to be something completely different in the end. But there are quite a few serious topics in it, but approaching it with humor, like even like this whole thing about appearance, right? Because when he first sees her, he's like, he's looking at her skin, and she's like, oh my god, she looks like a plucked bird.
Oh, I loved it. I love that. I love that.
I
To see
mean,
it.
like he's expecting like scale. Like to him, beauty is having scales, and she has a pointy nose like a human, and they have like more of a flat, like rounder nose, like more reptilian. And it's like they look at her and it feels as if somebody tried to steal her nose and was like pulling to steal it, and then they gave up, but it remained stuck that way. So there's a lot of like little things like that where you address a whole bunch of like little things, but bring it in like a funnier way, like him looking at human sex, so he's actually looking at porn to learn how to please
Oh,
her.
that's right.
And he's like
Funny.
super traumatized because he ends up on those like extreme kinks websites. And she's like, no, that's so no, it's fun to be able to look at things that people do or things that humans do in general, but through the lens of an alien. So it becomes like super funny. Especially like him like kissing, he had never kissed before. And it's like, why do human things that licking inside someone else's mouth is sexy? Because I mean that's basically what we're doing, right? Like when you put it in that perspective, it's like
It's kind of like,
it's kind of
Right, like
how did
germs. Like,
that, yeah, how did that suck? How did we start doing that? Like, how did that,
that's exactly like who came up with that. It's like everybody else was like, yeah, good idea. Let's keep doing that.
Well, there's we've got a couple comments and questions. Hold on, let me just jump here. There was one someone said that they loved your world building, Regine. Or yes, the world building really brings me deeper into the books I read. Molly said that. And then CR, while you were talking all about how you like to keep the women, the females who they are, we had a lot of people commenting how much they love that about your books. And then we had a question on Instagram. Sorry, this is a book event question, just real quick. So I wanted to see if you have a wait list for authors, but I saw it mostly as P&R fantasy. Will you guys do more contemporary? We actually have a lot of contemporary authors coming. C.R. Jane is one.
yeah, CR Jane.
So I wanted to say that real quick. Like we're talking about fantasy, monster and sci-fi, but C.R. Jane, I mean, would you say that's like primarily what you write now? I mean, you do a little bit of other stuff, and now you have a new romantasy coming out. But
yeah, I mean, of the 14 books, only 3 of them are romantasy. The rest are contemporary. So
yeah,
I mean, my whole backlist, I have lots of different things, but I think people are like mostly. I'm like, give my romantasy a chance.
yeah.
Well, I think the whole concept of Helen of Troy is amazing. You don't see
That's
that.
great. Yeah.
Like you don't
I
really see that.
I tried, like it was really fun to look at things and pick a retelling, so to speak. It's very different, than the actual legend, but that people weren't doing and hadn't done. And so that, and Greek mythology, I mean, I was freaking obsessed with Greek mythology growing up. Like I was checking out all those books out of the library about all the different gods and goddesses and all of that. And so it was really fun. It was really fun.
No, but people. I mean, people love your other work, so they will definitely, give it a chance. Because I mean, I started with aliens, and I've been doing more and more paranormal. Like my Shadow Realm series, like the book I just released right before it was Destined to the Doppelganger. You have to look at the cover. He's really hot.
I'm going to do it right now.
He's got that crazy tongue going. Anyways, you have to check him out. But yeah, so people were used to my aliens, and now they have been looking more and more at my paranormal series. So it's a lot of fun. And even, I mean, like my Miss Walker that I had the graphic novel that just came out. You don't really know, is it like paranormal or sci-fi? It could be a mix of both. To me, like it's almost like I consider it more paranormal, even though like technically it is kind of sci-fi. And some would call it urban fantasy because it's kind of like modern day world where things are happening. And it was inspired by Stephen King's The Mist. Like the same way you had, you went with Ellen of Troy. For me, was Stephen King's The Mist because I read all his books. I saw the movie, and then it was like, how do I turn, like, how could I turn that book into a romance? Because it's basically a mist filled with monsters, that engulfs the world. And I was like, okay, what are the monsters? What's the mist? What are the monsters? And why would a woman fall in love with the monster in the mist? And I was like, actually, no. It's the monster in the mist who becomes obsessed with the woman
Love
and does
that.
everything in his power to make her fall in love with him. And I just kind of like ran with that. So
Okay, I'm gonna read that like tonight now. You sold me. Sold.
That's awesome. Okay, so we have also, let's see here. Regine's new graphic novel drop, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. They're very excited about your new graphic novel, Regine. And then it says, and C.R. Jane going back to the mafia world makes this year so much better. What a call. I know. And then someone also wrote on Instagram, C.R. Jane, is there a book you're especially excited to write in 2027? Also, I love you so much and you deserve the world.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm trying to like give like, there's a lot of comments going on. I'm trying to like, it's a lot to do to look at all the different stuff.
I'm
But,
trying to think because I have, so you've got all of these are standalones except for the Romantasy, which is a series. But I'm really excited for all the releases this year because they kick everything off. And then the new ones that start next year is Mr. Shortstop, which is Asher's book that you, if you've read the Pucking Wrong series and the Pucking Wrong Rookie, you met him. And that was supposed to come out this year, but we have some exciting news with that one. So it doesn't come out till next year now. But basically, the ones that start this year will be coming out next year as well, plus that one. So it's just, and all my contemporary books are connected in the same world. So I think Jagger is really exciting. That's Don't Say Mafia. That's the Mafia one that comes out in August. That one's really exciting because it's like every Easter egg I've planted for all of my readers gets to like come to roost in Jagger's book. And my beta readers were so funny. When they were reading it, they were like, oh, like a kid, like, oh, so that's where this, it was like very fun to surprise them with all these things from all the different series going into that series. So plus it's Mafia, so I get to like kill people, which I can't like college football and NHL hockey, but I'm like, oh, everyone dies. And then Dark Horse is it's like where I feel like all of my skills came finally home into like this dark rom-com, like dreamy book with serial killers and cowboys and all the things. And it's so funny and so dark, but it's, yeah. And I get to go on a tour on that for a month. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited about everything. I'm excited about everything. So don't, and I ramble. So sorry about that. I don't even remember what the original question was now. What I was excited about, right?
Regine, what about you? Like, what's coming out? What are you excited about?
Oh boy. So there's certain things I can't talk about that are coming out soon. But I do have, like, a lot of people thought that I was done with my prime mating agency because I wrote Kyog's book, who's like the matchmaker, the alien matchmaker. But no, there are definitely more books that are coming out in that series. I am planning another book in the Mist series. People have been like harassing me forever about like, when are you going to get a third book out? So I am doing that. I do have 2 more paranormal books. Well, a new paranormal series. I can't really talk about it right now. But let's just say that it's going to be kind of like True Blood meets Supernatural, with a bit of a darker edge, but also very spicy. And so that's the new series that I will be working on. But definitely more of my prime mating agency that are coming out in The Mistwalker and that new, the third of The Mistwalker and that new paranormal series.
Well, you had me at True Blood meets Supernatural. I'm actually rewatching True Blood right now. I've probably seen that series on TV like 4 times. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. I just love it. I love it. It's crazy though, because I love the books too. And they're completely different from one another. You just kind of have to like, I don't know if you guys read the books and seen the series. They're just completely different.
It's usually that way, you know. It's
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's like the whole plot changes. Like they keep the same characters, but like it's yeah, it's like
I
anyway.
just saw this comment. This comment's like I would die if the PMA ended.
I will
You know how many emails I received after I finished writing Kayog's book? People were bombarding my emails saying like, "You better tell me this is not the last book, right? You're continuing the series, right? 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 Because I'm gonna have to stalk you, find your house."
There's a lot of people commenting about it too on the chat. Everyone loves it. Wow, that's awesome.
But one of the things that I like that CR said, like, you know, when she was mentioning how she's not fixing the heroines, I love that, you know, because definitely people should be loved for who they are. But one thing I also love to do personally in my books is redemption arcs. So
I
a
love
lot of the
redemption.
villains in my books, I end up giving them their own book. And then people realize that, you know, sometimes you see somebody as evil, but it's all a question of perspective.
Mm.
Once you start walking in their shoes, once you start seeing the world through their eyes, then you realize, oh, actually, he's not an ass. It's just like, you know, once you understand the motive behind the things that, you know, he did in the past, you're like, okay, that makes sense. So that's my difference been.
I like
So Molly's wondering, Regine, when is the next PMA Omnibus 3 coming out? I want to know how much room in my budget to make for it.
So the third one is already out. Actually, I mean, I literally just received the copies. They will be, I will have only some of them in my 2 upcoming events, like one this week and the one in 2 weeks, because I'm a sucker for punishment, and I just chain book conventions. But they will be available in my Etsy store in about 2-3 weeks, like after I come back from the next.
Now that's a good question. Are you both gonna have like special editions at the FanGrrrl event?
Yeah,
I
I'll
have-
have new ones that I haven't had at any other signing before.
Oh, exclusives?
They won't be exclusives, but they'll be the first time that they've ever been available. And I don't offer my
Okay,
special
we'll take it.
editions outside signings because my team can't handle that right now. But yeah, it's gonna be like a surprise.
Yeah.
So we need to keep our eye out for those, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm planning also to have a new one that's gonna go live about the same time as FanGrrrl event. It's just
Very
that
exciting.
they take so much time to print,
Yeah.
so that, you know, you have to plan at least like 3 months to get them. So yeah, so that's why like the timing is gonna be like, because we're finalizing the art. That's the other thing. It's like artists love us and for special editions because we throw so much money on art, you know, to get like the best art possible for the special editions. But it's worth it. I mean, you know, I have them and I'm just like, sometimes I'm trying to work and then I just like catch myself just staring at my special editions and go like, oh.
I mean, I'm a special edition junkie. That's why I'm asking.
I am going to put a plug because I literally had to sign so many tip-ins. The Bookish box has my Pucking Wrong series up right now, and they just had me sign so many so it could make it to public access. So like no one let me down and like because it took like months to sign all of them every single night. Okay.
You said so many tip-ins. Is that what you said?
Like tip-in pages. So like you
Okay.
sign and then you send it off and they put it in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
book,
yeah.
you know, so it has your signature. It's not just digital, but the first one sold out really fast when they did Pucking Wrong Number. So we did the whole set, but I had to sign like thousands upon thousands. It was so much. My hand is like a claw.
I can't even imagine.
Go buy it, please.
I just went through that. I can't announce it yet, you know, with who, because the announcement should come like, I think in a month or two, like I think at the end of May, beginning of June, they will, announce it officially. But yeah, I just finished signing that, and it's like your wrist is like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
Like,
you
I've
guys
never
do
been
it. Well,
signed.
we have a break for that reason though at the signing. So like Friday you have a 4-hour general admission signing, and then that's it for Friday. And then Saturday there's a 3-hour exclusive signing for the top 2 ticket tier holders. So it'll be shorter lines. So that'll be a little bit easier on you. That it won't be as crazy. And then
Our
there's a
days
2-hour
are built up
break.
now. We can go all the time now because of these experiences, right?
seriously, it's like, how that develop that muscle.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been learning from past mistakes. Now, before signings, I try to pre-sign as many as the books as possible. So that, but I always sign kind of like really low in the book, so that if somebody comes and say like, oh, I would like it personalized, that there's enough room left above so I can actually add personalization. But
Smart.
I try to get as many of them signed as possible, so that if you get a lot of people, you're not killing your hand as much. Because
I don't pre-sign. I tell you, I live on a prayer when I'm like, I will be packing for Polycon at like midnight on Tuesday night with my flight to go back to the airport at 7. Like, that's how my life is right now because of what I've done to myself with all of these books. And so there's no I'm sorry, I'll do my best. So my signature is like a thing to behold. It's like
wow, no, I'm stressing out for you. Like, just think about all the things you have to do on Tuesday. Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Like, I'm picturing that dude like surrounded by fire. Everything's fine.
Yes. Yes, it's like that. Do you watch The Office, or did you watch The Office? I guess it's not on anymore. And there's a scene though where there's like a fire that's like a real fire, and it's like, oh, it's happening, and everyone's like falling through the ceiling and stuff. And that's just what it's like right now, but that's okay.
And somehow it always all falls into place. Like,
it does somehow magically, yeah.
So do you guys read your own reviews, or do you stay away from your reviews? If you read them, have you had do you have a funny review? Do you have anything that's happened that's been kind of like quirky, or something that you've ever kind of laughed at, or you just had to laugh at, anything like that? Or do you guys just stay away from them?
I read the first day, and then I know when I've hit a certain point that it's time to not ever go there again. And so I don't ever go there again. But I did get like permission to post one of the reviews. I'm trying to find it because it was really funny. Oh gosh. I'm looking for it. It was just perfectly described me, basically. I don't know. If you have one while I'm searching for this, go ahead. I'm looking for it.
I used to be a sucker for punishment, and I would, just binge read my reviews. Usually they're pretty good, but you always have like that one person who's like woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and it's like they're all out for war, and basically they will throw everything at it, like things are totally unrelated. So I tend to avoid. I avoid Goodreads like the plague, because that place is a cesspool. It's like every bitter person is really just out for blood on there. So I avoid Goodreads. I
hear that a lot. Like most authors, tell me they just stay away from Goodreads.
It's absolutely horrible. And it's the one thing I never really understood. It's like, why are you so vicious, against someone you don't even know? Like, do you not realize that we're people, we're humans, we have feelings? They're just so vicious. I don't go to Goodreads. Amazon is pretty good to me in terms of the reviews. Like, sometimes you have a random one that it's just, the ones I hate is people that put 1 star and they don't say why. It's like, at least say why.
There's no context.
The paperback condition, and you're like, that literally has nothing to do with the story. I had one that was like, my paperback the cover was torn in 2, but I'm really excited to read this book. And it was 1 star. And I'm like, you understand what a 1 star does to like the entire rating? And you haven't even read the book yet. How is this allowed past the censors?
Seriously,
Yeah.
things like that are annoying. And you have one where she wrote this glowing review of the book. She put 1 star, and she's like, because she doesn't like book with babies. Like the couple, like she doesn't want to hear about the couple having babies at the end. And I'm like, it's romance. There's a very high chance, they're having babies will be a part of the happily ever after. But you love the entire book and you're nuking it with a 1 star because of that one thing.
Or when they've read all your
pretty
books
harsh.
and you're like, I've hated every single C.R. Jane book, and I keep expecting her to like change, and I hated this one. And I'm like, it's literally like it's also wrong. Like it's the same, like these are books all in the same world that are supposed
Yes.
to be like about stalkers, and it's not going to get like it's not going to change for you yet. Like you can
Yeah, that's one thing.
okay?
But then like she keeps picking up the books.
That's what
Like,
I'm
she's hate
thinking.
reading.
You keep reading
Every
them.
She
single
keep picking them up.
Every single one. And
I
she's
had one like
all 1 star. And I'm like, I'm so sorry I can't like help you with this.
yeah, I had one. At least she was giving me 2 stars, but she would read every single one of my books and complain.
Mhm.
And every time I'm like, Amazon, please give us the ability to block readers. So it's like, if you hate my book so much, stop buying and reading them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, her case was that she hated that the males had experience.
Oh,
So
I
if
that review too,
like
yeah.
they were manhos, like all of them were manhos because they didn't come, to the relationship not having been with someone before. And the same with the heroine, if she was not pure, she was like, oh, she's a hoe. And I'm like, we're in 2026. Like, if you want, that specific trope, then go with an author. There's plenty of authors that write, that way. Go with them. And they were like, no, but I like your stories. I just need you to change that. I'm sorry, I'm not a ghostwriter. I don't write.
I'm just a girl. Like, leave me alone. I'm just a girl.
But my best one was this woman who basically, and I wish I had shared it at one point. It was like the best review ever. She had read my Viridian Chronicles, which was actually Escaping Fate, was the very first book that I wrote. And she said she hesitated about reading it, but once she did read it, she just fell down that rabbit hole, and she was done. And she was telling that she was supposed to make tacos that day, and she was like, screw that, you're all eating frozen pizza because I'm leaving the hell alone. And she just went on, and the review was hilarious, but it was just like, this so made my day. And actually, sometimes when I do feel like that imposter syndrome really kicks me in the teeth, I will actually go on Amazon and read my 5-star reviews.
Oh,
I love
that's
that.
yeah.
I love that.
Me up, yeah. Because then you're like, hey, you know what? You keep saying that you suck, that your books are horrible, and that people are gonna, like throw stones at you or whatever. But look at how many positive reviews you have, especially the ones where you have certain people who said, I actually had someone who emailed me saying that my book kind of saved her life because echoed a lot of the things that she went through. And she was in such a dark place, and it kind of took her back into the light type of deal. And it's just like, I do that, just writing the crazy stuff in my head. So yeah.
I do think reading can be very cathartic. Like reading can be cathartic, like how C.R. was saying, writing's cathartic. I think for a lot of readers, it's very healing.
But I think that's one of the reasons why C.R. is so successful. It's because what you're writing comes from a true place, an authentic place. You've lived it, felt that pain, and people can see it in your books. They feel it. They're like,
yeah,
it's real.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are almost out of time. But
It's gone
I
so
know.
fast.
I know it happens. It just always does. So I don't think I mentioned it, but both of you are signing with us. I think we kind of alluded to it, but you're both signing with us in September at FanGrrrl 2026 in Orlando.
Right.
It's going to be an amazing signing. And not only are you signing with us, but you're both sponsors, which is like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. We
Well,
need
you've been
sponsors.
busting your chops. You've really been working really, really hard
Mhm.
putting this together, and I've been impressed from the
Excited.
start. You know how
Oh,
and how dedicated and all like you're pulling all the stops, for it, and I'm just like, go girl.
thank you. We're trying really
Now that you've
hard.
met me, you understand why I'm so scattered, though, right? So like
You
this detailed list, and I'm like, Rebecca, I can't do this. Like, I'm just a girl, okay? Like,
I'm just a girl.
so
You're
organized
actually
stuff.
you're actually quite responsive.
Oh, good,
You
good.
actually do get back to me, which is wonderful. I mean, some others do, some others don't, but it's so I really appreciate that. But no, I'm just so grateful for both of you. Seriously, like I just like not only to I mean, this is our first signing. This is a big deal. So we're working around the clock. I have an amazing team. LaPonna is kicking, you know what, but I mean, she leaves me voice texts every day on me about things. She's great. So, and Holly, who's watching, she's great too. She designs all
The
of the
graphics.
graphics for the events,
Cool.
and she also designed the tote bag. Can I do a teaser on? I don't know.
Yes.
But it's,
So she designed. Okay, this is a little teaser for the tumbler. I'm not going to show too much, but she designed the tumbler, this is the glitter version of it.
Very
And okay, this is the tote bag, which is huge. It's like really
It's
really big,
huge with
and,
pockets.
and like
oh,
that's a little teaser of the tote bag. It's amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. And both of you um, are going to get one too at the event too. So it's very very exciting. Um, anyways, just thanks. That's kind of where I was going with all that. Thank you very much. And we appreciate it. And we're just really excited. And thank you for doing the live. And is there anything else that you want to say about like any upcoming releases or anything that we didn't already cover?
read Shadows of Sparta, dark romantasy, Helen of
Okay.
Troy retelling with all of the delicious darkness that people love, plus some feminine rage, which, I'm all about. So comes out June 2nd.
Awesome.
well, for me, it's definitely you guys want to check out the Mistwalker, and both because I had the full novel and the graphic novel, and I mean just hop on over on Amazon and check the preview, and you're gonna see like all the spice. And so definitely check my Mistwalker. You want to check my Shadow Realms if you like some a little paranormal, a little like very spicy, a little scary, but with like the baddie who treats her like a queen. That's for you. And my Prime Media Agency, it's a lot more lighthearted, like lots of humor, aliens with primitive aliens with human women, and the one thing with me is I cannot stand Too Stupid to Live. So great communication. They have adult conversations, right? It's not the whole thing where it's like this one conflict that could have been resolved with one conversation drags on forever. That's not me. So, and no cliffhangers. So check out my Prime Media Agency.
Which one am I reading? What's the title of the one that I was like,
The Mistwalker.
Okay, got it. I'm excited.
I love
Yeah,
that.
and
That's
the
awesome.
Mistwalker, like the first book, the Mistwalker he's the nice guy. The second book, all my books are standalone. The second book is the Nightmare, and he's the psycho who would burn, the entire world for her.
Right
That
on
one,
my
CR.
eye.
Read that one.
I love a good psycho.
Me too.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, well, you guys, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. And we will see you in September at the signing. And guys, get tickets on Eventbrite if you want to come join us and meet these wonderful ladies and get their
Yes.
pre-orders too as well. They have pre-orders, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Special editions. Mhm.
Special
Yes.
editions. Yep. And come party with us at the Hollywood Glam Ball. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and definitely at the event, make sure that you drop by my table because I have my Match an Alien Peen game, and we need to break the record. how many
Yes.
get all the themes right. So
Yes.
Love
Awesome. Awesome. All right, you guys. Thanks so much. Really appreciate